What's up, y'all? It's your boy, The Amazing King, coming to you live in the color, bringing out also amazing touch, and I want to welcome you back to the Get Ready For It podcast, season 3. We're in the building with what I like to call the new generation. Before I get to that, I want to go ahead and introduce you to my co-host.
Up jumps the boogiest, the boy, the man with the plan. What's happening? It's the kid Parker in the building. Another beautiful day at our podcast here. We got 2 special guests. You want to introduce them? Or how we doing?
Well, I'm going to, of course, introduce my boy to the left of me. We got my boy Tre in the building. He's a private chef, an all-around event planner, and caterer, correct?
Correct. Hi, everybody.
All right.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Okay, and to the right of me, I have the ever so beautiful, the talented, the chocolate Trisha Noel.
What's up?
Hey, Trisha, how are you?
I'm doing great.
I'm glad you can join us. So I just want to start with you. I want to get to know you a little bit. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. So I'm originally from Broward. What's up?
Broward County in the building. In the building.
What's up? You know, Broward don't listen to like everything that's going on in the world right now, but we're here. And then I moved to Tampa about 8 years ago. Since then, I've been in and out of work with children, and then now I'm at Target, and then pursuing modeling now. So, yeah.
Oh, hold on, wait. That was down. We're going to do that one more time. Okay, all right. So, I mean, is there, you sure want to, you sound like a woman of many talents over there, you know what I'm saying?
So I want to ask you, what made you want to become a model?
Actually, just the drive of the people. Like, all my life, everyone's been telling me, oh, you need a model. And then I even grew up watching America's Next Top Model, but then I'm just like, nah, they look like they go through it. So I don't put myself through that, so I'm straight. But then, like, the older I got, I was just like, oh, well, maybe I should. I kind of see what they talk about. I'm cute. Okay, let me use my talents for, get some money out of it or whatever. So then back in May of this year, photographer Terrell reached out to me and he's like, yo, let's shoot. And then eventually we just got it going.
There goes to Terrell, man. You know what I'm saying? So you said you did something with kids.
Oh, yeah. My background originally is working with youth. I used to be a youth director for Boys and Girls Club, but then they shut my club down, so I'm a little salty.
It's okay.
Right?
I
So
grew
they
up
shut
in
my
the
club
Boys and
down,
Girls
and then
Club.
I moved on to leadership work with youth ministries with my church. And then that didn't work out, so then I went back to Tampa afterwards because I was in Winter Haven, moved back to Tampa. From there, I went back into working with kids. I switched to preschool at that point, and then got sick from it, unfortunately, and then kind of gave it a break and went to retail with Target. So that's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
And then
And also, I want to ask you, what are your goals for your modeling career? Because you're a good model. You're really good.
Thank you.
Very talented.
Y'all, Fenty's gonna see me one day.
I can see that. I can really see that.
Speak that into existence.
Hello, manifestation is
here.
real.
For
Fenty,
sure.
Maybelline, cover girl, Vogue. What's up? Like
It'll hit your
big
girl up now.
dreams. And again, it's just honestly the drive of everyone. What they see in me, I'm like, okay, great. I don't see it in myself, but if y'all think I got it, let me do it.
Put it in
So.
the bag.
The people, man, it's the people.
So,
the love and support.
So in the field of work that you do, I know that you may deal with a lot of criticism, maybe from family, friends, people on social media. How do you typically deal with things like that?
Luckily, oddly enough, coming from a Haitian background, my parents have been on board like nonstop. It's funny too, like the shoe we were talking about with the neon.
Right.
I sent it to my family members, and then my cousin showed my dad, and then she's like, "Oh, Trish," she said, "Oh yeah, that's good Halloween," with his accent, and I'm just like cracking up. I'm like, I know he didn't mean it like ill. It was just the Haitian in him, and he's so traditional. He's just like, okay, she got like green on her face, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
So luckily, the support of my family has been unbelievably like great. And then just like with everyone else, it's just overwhelming. And it's like, I don't want to say toot my own horn, like toot
your
like
home,
I'm cute
man.
or whatever, but
Damn.
it's just nice to hear like, yo, like I know I look good, and I'm not saying it in a conceited way. I know I'm cute, but it's just nice that people appreciate like the art, what I like to say, like, you know, they're enjoying it. So
You're humbly gorgeous.
thank
I
you.
just-
That's all I pray to be.
Difference between cocky and confident, though.
There you
Don't
go.
be scared
I
to
pray
toot
to
that
be
horn.
humble.
And how long exactly have you been modeling?
Since May this year.
Since May.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm
And-
fresh in the game,
Fresh
y'all.
in the game. What
Okay.
type of struggles have you been facing?
So my struggle that actually just recently like kind of like went through is knowing when and not to be able to speak up for yourself. Because in the modeling industry, what I quickly realized is that if you speak up, you're on the borderline between, if you speak up, you might get blacklisted because they don't want to hear what you got to say.
Right.
Or if you speak up, they might take that as, she's just being like a, you know, bitch, or she's just being a brat, whatever, you know? So it's like, there's not really like a fine line, and not to throw racism into it, but just being a black woman on top of that, they take any time a black woman speaking up for themselves as aggressive or you just being extra, you just being loud. So it's just like, where do I know when it's worth it necessarily, you know? So like when I was at a show recently, mind you, in the moment, I was just feeling myself. I was cute, whatever. But at the end of the day, they asked me to come and work for them. So I'm representing them. So I have to remember you're representing them. You may not like how they speak to you in the moment, but at the end of the day, it's just work.
Right.
And I can't take it personal. So that's one of the main things that I have to remember in myself. Because I went through a stage back in middle school where anytime I got like picked on or someone had to tell me about myself, about something, I would just be like a little turtle. I would just keep it to myself and just like, okay, whatever. I'll just tell my mom about it when I get home. And that's when I would have my time to vent and not tell that person who offended me then. Versus now as an adult, oh, you gonna hear my mouth. So it's like, Trish, you gotta remember, if you trying to make it in this industry, you gotta take a step back a little bit or tone it down. Because naturally I'm just loud, not to be like on a rude level, just the Caribbean in me, just girl. They don't take that as just Caribbean. They take that as a black girl being loud. So that's the main struggle that I've, you know, been
So
going through.
do you feel like those moments that you had with your mom help shape your mentality of how you go about things right
Absolutely.
now? Played a big part.
Absolutely. Even till this day, actually just the other day we were on the phone, she was just telling me like, Trish, like, even say, for example, like I have my AA degree and a CDA, which is a child development associate, to work with like kids in, you know, the preschool realm or whatnot. But I'm working on my bachelor's. I haven't finished my bachelor's yet. So she's been telling me, Trish, I'm not trying to say like you need to give up on it, but you just gotta know when something's just not working out. And it's like, but mommy, I don't want to give up. I don't want to be a failure. She's like, Trish, we're here, but I think modeling's your thing. So it's like with that, even though, and it's funny too, like growing up, like throughout like my struggles with school, mom would always just her and my dad naturally would harp on me because my sister has a master's degree now, doing her thing. She's older than me, so I've always been compared to her in a sense. So it's like they've learned not to do that anymore. So they're kind of like reverbing how they say it,
Right.
in a sense. So it's like, girl, school ain't for you, so just stop. But it's like, I'm not a failure, so I'm not gonna stop. I'm just taking a semester off, in other words.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
So little things like that with my parents, they like instill just wisdom in me. Just like, Trish, you just know when you just not. Just know when it's not for you, move on to the next.
Gotcha.
So I'm in a new journey in my life right now. School's not forgotten, y'all. Education is big. Kids, don't give up on school. But, you know.
I want to talk about your Haitian background because if you go on your Instagram, you know you represent your culture very well. Why is that important for you to represent Haitian culture?
Oh my gosh, I can go on and on about this. Just growing up with me in middle school, especially. My sister, she kind of gave me a taste of it when she got, because she's about 2 years older than me. So when she got to middle school, she would come home every so often like, Mommy, they were picking on me, or they said I'm too black, I'm too this, I'm too that, right? Always related back to like her color or just some type of race. So then when I finally got to middle school and started understanding what she was going through, I'm just like, damn, like, yo, just because I'm black, you guys think I'm this, or just growing up, they thought Haitians were dirty. And for Haitian Flag Day, oh my gosh, I could not speak about trying to celebrate Haitian Flag Day to my parents because it was like, it would cause you harm back then. The Haitians and the Americans would go back and forth fighting nonstop. It was just exhausting. So growing up, experiencing that to like where we are now, oh, now y'all know what chocolate is. So I'm just like, wait a minute, I really do gotta represent, because back then you guys were frowned upon it and you guys would just diss us left and right. We're dirty, we eat cats, we're this, we're that. Trump, oh, just whole, country. And it's just like, no, we're not. we're beautiful people, and it's just like I'm gonna show you what Haitians really are.
Please
type
do.
of thing,
Please
you know?
do.
Bruh.
Please do.
Ah,
Please do.
shit.
Your representation is every fucking thing. Not just
you.
for the females, but the males too. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like to see somebody like you doing their
Thank
thing, like
you.
that makes me happy. I mean, you know what I mean?
That's all I want to do is spread love and
You
positivity.
know?
So I want to know, what legacy do you want to leave behind?
Oh, spread love and positivity. That's it. And that's another thing too. I'm struggling with myself. So as much as I can get angry, I have to remember, Trish, first thing you got to do is pray about it. 2, pause, think, then act. Because if you're just acting on just your emotions, you're not going to get far. And that's another thing, how going back to what I learned with the modeling show I did a couple weeks ago, how I was just in the moment feeling myself, and I'm just like, you're not going to talk to me like that. But in the moment, girl, you're at a job, relax, because you don't do this at Target, so why are you doing it now, or whatnot. So I just really want to instill in everybody, even like if you guys skim through my posts on Instagram, I try to like tie in some like positivity into it, no matter what it is. Spread love and positivity. It's just, that's all we need in the world. That's it.
So one more question for you, and I think this is like the biggest question. What's next for you?
Ooh.
Tell me, what's next? What's next for you? What's your goals? Where you the end game for you? Where's that?
Listen, Vogue, come see me. I already told y'all that. Vogue, Fenty, CoverGirl, Maybelline.
Italian Vogue, any Vogue. Just
Any
Vogue.
Vogue, yes, any Vogue, because I didn't even realize until I started modeling the levels of Vogue there
Right.
was. Like, and then New York Fashion Weeks has like levels to it or whatnot. But I actually have, on October 30th, I have a modeling show coming up. And then hopefully it falls through, got to get some things, like little details situated, but that, and then just shoots, and then post, and hopefully
Work. Coin, bag, check, money.
What's
money.
up?
Y'all make sure you guys check my girl out on all social media platforms. Where can they find you at?
Insta, They See the Book, but that's my personal page. Look out for the fan page coming soon.
Right, we want that one.
Okay.
Not necessarily fan page, support page. Because
Support,
I don't like to
support,
call my
support.
people fans, because that's not what it is, because they genuinely show me love and support. Sharing, commenting, liking, like, I appreciate it all, like, seriously. And I even try my best to try to reach back out and try to comment on every person's post whenever they do post or whatnot. So, yep.
What's up?
Well,
Catch
thank
me
you
on
for
all
that.
platforms, except for YouTube. Coming soon, though.
Hey.
We appreciate that. And thank you
you.
once again for coming to the table. Stay right there. We're going to talk to you a little bit more a little bit later on. But I do want to take the time to talk to my boy sitting to this is my left of me, Tre, well, Chef Tre, they call him. Once again, he's a private
Chef in the kitchen.
event coordinator, personal chef, and caterer. Tre, I want you to tell the people about yourself.
Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Tre. I'm born and raised Tampa, Florida. I've been here all my life. I've been cooking for about 2 years now, and I am only 21.
Ooh, the youth.
21.
KP over here, he like 35, he'll be 36 in a couple months. So praying for his healing. What made you want to pursue a career in cooking?
Well, I honestly did not want to cook at first. I was in school for nursing, and anatomy was not my thing. Like, it was not. Anatomy was not it at all. And in the midst of that, I was also cooking, but I was just cooking to eat. So my friends and my mom, they were like, your food is good and it looks nice. Why don't you start a food page? And I'm like, nah, I'm good. So eventually they broke me down and I did it. And it's been 2 years since I started it.
That's what's up.
Hey, check out his Instagram page. His food looks banging. Who inspired you?
Probably my great grandmother who passed.
So was a
R.I.P.
grandma.
great
ain't it?
granny.
Right, so I was a grandma.
That was granny.
I remember she used to get in the kitchen and make pies, and I used to want to make pies with her. Her and my grandfather, because my grandfather is known for making pound cakes. So.
Okay, and so if you come into the barbecue, because you a cook, so I know that the family be like, listen, Tre, you cook.
Always.
We need you to bring everything, but what are you bringing to the barbecue?
Something easy. Probably
Easy?
Like macaroni
It's
and
a
cheese.
barbecue.
Macaroni and cheese. Listen, macaroni and cheese ain't easy in an African American household, because if you mess that thing up,
true.
it's going to be a conversation we going to have to talk.
Everybody's macaroni and cheese is not good, so I got to make sure I'm bringing something that I'm going to eat.
So it's your taste buds, because your taste buds going to fit the whole family.
Everybody.
I support it. What is your family, or in general, what is your most requested dish?
Ooh.
What are you known for? People are like, oh no, I need you to make that because you made that before it was great.
Surf and turf. Anything surf and turf and pasta.
You know I love pasta, right?
Yeah, pasta. I would say pasta and surf and turf.
KP likes food. Is that a specific thing? It's just food in general?
I mean, I ain't huge on the pasta, but I damn sure ain't gonna turn it down either. So
I love pasta.
So good.
So let me ask you, do you feel like everybody needs to go to culinary art school?
No, I would say some of the best chefs are homegrown. Honestly, I wouldn't say culinary school makes or breaks you. There are plenty of good chefs that I know, not even good, great chefs that I know that have not even touched a campus and they are doing their things. They have like thousands of followers, running an amazing business, and it's all like you all learn it trial and error. Like just like me, I'm in culinary school now, but everything that I learned thus far is trial and error. So, and
since you're in culinary, what made you decide to pursue that? You just think I need to have this, or? I think it makes it a lot easier when you want to do certain things just from a business standpoint, just for people to see that, hey, he's certified, or hey, he has this. Even though I know my talent and I know my art and I know what I can do. You know you good. Yeah, I know I'm good. They're going to want to see that in some form of paper. So okay. So we know we live in a coronavirus state of life right now. And restaurants and typically the food world has taken a major hit. How has the coronavirus affected you and your business, honestly? To be honest, when it first started and we first had the quarantine and everything was getting serious, I was like, oh, I don't know how this is going to turn out. Right. I was working and my business skyrocketed ever since. Oh, for real? Yeah, ever since Corona, because everybody wanted a private chef because they didn't want to leave their house. So they're like, let's bring the food in and not go out. So it's done amazing since COVID.
That's what's up. Dropping bombs. So I had a question. Mm-hmm. What was the hardest part about getting started for you?
I'm very critical of myself, so I would be like, "Does this taste good?" And my friends are gonna be like, "Yeah, this tastes good." Right. Yeah. But I'm just like, "Nah."
You just want to walk up to that random person, and be like, "Yo, eat this real quick. Let me know what's up. Get a true." You know what I mean? Yeah.
Critical.
Yeah, I think that's everybody.
Just be critical with me. That and pricing, like what I should charge, because there's no manual on how to start or what.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
okay. So, what's your biggest struggle that you face in the field of work you do?
I would say the biggest struggle is staying creative, because I'm the one that has to come up with something new to keep everybody interested, to keep people wanting to book, and to make everything taste good and different flavors and stuff like that. They're going to see, of course, I'll post like the same thing over and over again, but that's tiring on me. It's not tiring to them, but I still have to keep them interested with something new.
Okay. So what's your favorite style of cooking, or favorite, like, I want to say genre for some reason, but you know, like soul food, like, you know, high cuisine. I was like, how do I say this?
Yes.
Like, you know.
That's a great question. I don't like soul food, though.
You want to say that louder for the backstage here?
I don't like soul food.
Why?
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not a huge soul food person.
Is it too greasy?
No, that's not even it, because I can.
She blow when Biggie died.
Everybody has that same reaction when I tell them that. But I'm just not a big soul food person. Okay. I don't know.
Finger food, kind of like wings and fries.
I'm not even into.
Have you ever cooked Haitian
food? Your seafood place person?
I like island food. I love seafood. So I would say probably seafood, Italian food, and island food.
I like oxtails.
Yeah, oxtails are really
so good. Okay, want to ask you, what are some other things that you dabble in besides cooking?
I'm into other forms of art, so like photography, modeling, fashion, stuff like that. That interests me on a smaller level.
Okay, so because you do be stepping through with your fashions. Check them out on IG again. So what's something that you are just 21. Once again,
21.
You're definitely younger than KP. But what's the legacy that you would like to leave behind?
I would probably say that I want everybody to remember me as the boy who could cook, but not just cook. He was there, like I lived. Right. I wasn't just existing, and that I was happy. Because what's life without being happy?
That's true.
So what's next for you, Trey?
I wanna cook for some celebrities. I've cooked for a football player. I want to open up a restaurant. That's the end goal, is a restaurant. And I want my restaurant to be like a vibe. Like,
so I was about to say, so like you got like the lounge, like the inside, outside, or you just got like, you know what I'm saying, you come in, you got to be spiff. You feel me? No, don't get me wrong. I could throw on some hard bottoms, you know what I'm saying, to get things cracking. But, you know, like what type of vibe do you want to put out there? I know you said a vibe, but you got all types of vibes out there.
Right. So I want it to be an all around, but I want everybody to come dressed, not super dressed up, but dressed really, really nice.
Okay.
And just vibe, be able to meet people, chill, good DJ, great music. I have an idea for like a Sunday brunching type of thing, and then like a lounge on Fridays, and then like during the week it can just be like restaurant.
Okay. All right. Okay. Trying to
Once
secure that
again,
motherfucker 360.
Trey, where can they find you at on all your social media platforms?
So you can find me on Instagram at Entrees. It's ENTREEES and 2 underscores.
One more time.
ENTREEES and 2 underscores. And you can follow me, DM me, text my phone, inquire, anything you need, I got it.
Because he ready to serve. It's
right.
Your needs. Food needs people. Once again, thank you so much, Trey, for letting the people know about you and spending time educating them about what you do. Y'all make sure y'all please check out these 2 fabulous people. Like I said, I think they are like the next generation. You know, I do believe in one of the statements you said about living and actually following your dream. It's really easy to clock into a 9 to 5, but what's so important, what you do after it. And I think you guys are definitely showing what you need to do afterwards. So definitely keep that up.
First of all, hold on. I'm on this. Okay, first, let me say this. Trisha, Noel, I was on your Instagrams. Girl, you look good, girl. You like. I ain't want to be no creep because I mean,
it up
from my perspective, just liking stuff on Instagram. That's what it's for. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to go through and start liking all this stuff. You like this nigga weird, bro. Anyway, I'm on Entree's Instagrams.
So good, right? Drooling.
First of all, big ups to the cameraman or camera person, you know what I'm saying? Because them angles. Listen.
Baby.
Okay, go ahead, y'all. Y'all go ahead.
Okay,
I'm be liking stuff now. You know what I'm saying? Same thing I told Trisha. I'm going to go back. Now we on the same page.
Okay, so actually I think this is time for your segment, KP.
All right. I'm going to be the bad guy here. So we're going to go red or blue pill, left or right. Y'all got to pick one.
Are you gonna explain to the people what your segment is about?
Okay. Out of pocket podcast. I give you a situation. It's usually like theme music and all that, but due to legalities, I ain't want no issues with nobody's and they coins. You feel me? So out of pocket with Parker is a situation. I give you a scenario. You let me know who's out of pocket. But I kind of had a hard time deciding on which one I'm gonna do for this episode. So you know what I'm saying? People's choice it is. So left or right?
All right. Right.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay.
Because I'm a righty. I'm biased.
Okay. All right. So back in September of 2019, another beautiful day in the neighborhood. This lovely couple. They woke up with an extra $120K in their joint account. Blew the whole bag. Gone. Out of there. Now, it was stated that they, paid some bills, did some car repairs, and gave away at least $15K to friends in need of money. They were, at the time, facing felony charges of theft. So, yeah. The bank came after them. They tried to get a hold of them. They couldn't get a hold of the people. And eventually they did catch up with them. And last I read, they were out on a $25,000 bond. And that was that. So, who's out of pocket? The people for spending the money and not alerting the bank? Or the bank for actually pressing charges against them for a mistake that they made?
Nah, they out of pocket. They out of pocket.
Wait, who out of pocket?
The people. Like, me personally, I kind of...
I love it. Let's see, this is what I do, I do.
The people, because this happened to me before.
Okay.
And it was like literally something like random, like $500 to put in my bank like years ago. And I'm like, wait a minute. Okay. So I just kind of like waited it out. Did not call my bank. And then later on, when I had the actual amount in my account, they took it right out without me realizing. So mind you, like the time span of it happening, when they like took the amount back, I was like, wait a minute, I like, no, I got fraud on my account. Fraud. They made me feel like a whole duck. I was like, oh, dang, they right. That was that time. So I urge anybody, okay, learning from that experience. Thank God they didn't like fraud me or anything. They just like took it out when I had it in it. I urge anybody, just alert your bank like, yo, I see like a little extra shine in my account was good, and then go from there because you don't want later on.
Like, the bank was like, that shit crazy. They
right,
$1 million. If you touch any of that, bro, you going in.
What's up, Trey?
So, I'm sorry. No, the bank is out of pocket.
The look on his face when you started talking.
Right. He's like, what's wrong with this girl?
The people, no. It's definitely the bank because if you overdraft, if you do anything with a bank, they ready to charge you. So if you want us to be on our P's and Q's, you got to be on your P's and Q's too and know when not to deposit.
And if y'all learn
$120K in my account.
If y'all learn anything from Trisha Noel's experience, cancel just close it out. Once you get your cash out, close out the whole thing. They got to come looking for me cause $120K. Shit.
I'm sorry, I would have been the people. I would have been spending it.
Although I do commend them for spending it for the good.
And that's what I said.
Right? They handled their
air
bills.
Quotations, so they say.
Right. Allegedly.
You know what I'm saying? Car repairs and some bills. You can't be mad at nobody for actually doing that.
And they helped out
But,
others.
I mean, it also, that is their bank. So their bank was probably looking at them like,
running back.
Would you like sue the bank? Like, that's the bank's
Wouldn't it technically be like, for example, like malpractice if it was in the in the medical industry, but malpractice on like the bank or however that terminology would be?
Yeah. I mean, it's so to speak, according to law, they were wrong because they spent funds that weren't theirs. True. But it is ultimately the bank's fault. So, I mean, depending on your lawyer, and I read that they had a public defender, so they probably weren't going. No. Right. You done spent the $120K, and not one time you said, let me put a retainer down real quick.
Right. Let me have insurance.
Right.
Right.
That would have been that would have been my first call. How much for your retainer fee? Because I got a little something for you. But that's all the time I got. I appreciate y'all for participating.
Typically, there's some theme music. He's gonna get it together.
Yeah, it's okay. Long story short,
I want to move over to news and topics, and I want to talk to you, Trish, a little bit because in your little interview we did, we talked about America's Next Top Model, and lately, America's Next Top Model and Tyra Banks has been on a little fire for maybe their previous or past things they've done. On the show. So Tyra Banks reflects on America's Next Top Model, and she said that they messed up. Do you believe that they messed up?
Big time. I even saw a couple of clips. There's this one YouTuber, I wish I remember her name, but I was just on her stuff, and she does this thing where she reviews old TikToks or old just videos in the past.
Yeah.
I forgot her name of it, but what she did, she highlighted America's Next Top Model, and it was one scene specifically. A lot of folks might remember this. It was this one girl. It was a challenge they did. They had to pick an item. She chose a hat. And then there was another item that reflected African print style, whatever, a bag or something. And she chose the hat because she didn't want to be that cliche.
Something like Yaya.
I think it was her, yeah. Right. So she didn't want to be the cliche, let me grab the African print because that's what they're expecting me as a black woman. So then
okay, yeah.
Yup, you know.
Yeah, I remember watching.
Man, it had me hot. Had me so hot. So then she chooses a hat. She gives her story, right? Mm-hmm. And then homegirl, the little white lady, I forgot her name, so mean. She was just we were expecting. Exactly what she said happened. And then here goes Tyra. Homegirl's bashing the black race. Basically, Tyra's just like this. Just looking at her in awe. Did this white lady really just said that? But you did not speak up. And then here goes Yaya speaking up for what she believes in. And almost damn near in tears at this point. So then all she had to do was, again, know when to speak up and know when you can't. Hold her tongue. Thank you. And then walk back to whatever, they had to fall back to the judging panel or whatever. So that was one thing that really stuck out to me. And then the one clip I saw of Tyra apologizing for it in a sense, okay, yeah, but it was a backhanded apology.
That was a story we did a couple seasons ago.
Yes, it was. We actually just talked about this.
Oh no, that was
great. We talked about it when it had first started, but now Tyra's coming out saying that she's agreeing with them because they was doing weird shit. They would have an Asian girl and change her color to a black girl. They were doing
the
crazy stuff on the show.
I call it the blackface episode, right. Mm-hmm. And what happened, and it's so crazy because I watched that episode as a child growing up. I saw it. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's dope. They about to have these girls experience the black race. Cool. But then when they had them switch to the opposite race, homegirl was blatantly bashing black people. And I'm just well, that took a turn. It was supposed to be a learning opportunity, and she just went south with it. So it's just like, where was the lesson? But why did? Sorry, why did?
She's passionate about it.
Sorry,
She had that linked over, y'all. She had that linked in.
Goddamn.
Man, these people got me hot. It's just like, why did it take, or like as they're doing the episode or whatever, why did the people who were recording the production team,
Not say anything.
why did you guys feel the need to air that specific scene though? There's one scene she's bashing black people. It's just like, what? That's not fair. But I don't see you bashing like the Asians or the white people or like the black people that had to turn white and this, that, and the third, and the Mexicans or however the episode went. It just blows my brain because it's not fair. Yeah. I've dealt with it. My brother's dealt with it. Many people have dealt with this ongoing, just racial, just not fair. It's just not fair. So, yeah.
Do you have any opinion about it?
I used to watch America's Next Top Model. I wasn't really that deep into it though. So.
See, mind you, no, like again, as a kid, I wasn't deep into it, but as an adult and understanding now,
yeah. I think I understand because now when you go back and rewatch it, you understand and you pick up on different things. I remember Yaya though.
Okay. And my guy, Chef Tre, I want to ask you, since we kind of talked about the coronavirus and how much it kind of affected the restaurant business, in today's news, you know, the restaurants, they say, are having a revolution on how to fight the industry that, you know, is affected by this virus. And I want to ask you, what type of advice you got for these people out here, man? It looks like you winning and collecting the bags out there. We just want to know, what's the tips?
That, you know, it's so crazy. It's I learned the other day that some I think it's more so the small businesses that are affected by everything, rather than the big businesses, because Cheesecake Factory revenue is like $200K a week. Just from, and majority of that is from to go. So I think it's just the smaller businesses. I feel like something should be done government wise, like more help. They've been debating on another stimulus for like a while.
First of all, I'm sorry. They literally gave away all of the money that was supposed to go to small businesses and people like just normal day-to-day Americans to all of the big trillions of dollars to corporations. Yeah. Literally. And they only gave us $1,200.
And they don't need it. Like their name alone holds
that weight.
The weight for people to keep coming. Like it's the small businesses, the people that keep your city going. Because corporation is a corporation. They're going to rent a spot, make their money, and do it.
That's what I'm saying. And then just comparing America to the other countries, like they paying mortgages. They're paying your bills. You know what I'm saying? Like
Canada's paying people to stay home.
5-6 months of your bills already paid by the government. And America's like, hey, bro, you get evicted because you're going to have to hit it now.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. All right. We're going to have a quick little group open discussion. Feel free to answer. Be yourself. You know what I'm saying? How important is it to have a good support system, such as, like, you know, friends, family, regardless of the situation?
Very important. Your support system is everything because it's what you have. It's what you have to keep you going. Like, if you don't have a support system, it's harder on you mentally.
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely.
Same.
Oh my gosh. Like, again, like when I say I don't like to consider my support as fans.
Yeah.
Because they genuinely support me. Like, again, if it wasn't for them pushing me to say or telling me you need a model, I would have never done it.
Yeah.
Because all I had in the back of my mind was America's Next Top Model, and like how badly they got treated on it. So why would I put myself through that?
That's true.
You know?
That's true.
So now that I have like more of a stronger mentality, I feel like I can take whatever constructive criticism that the industry offers me. I can do that now, knowing I have the backing of who's behind me, my parents, my siblings, my friends, my close best friends, you know, and then just my Instagram and just social media family. Like,
just, so was there ever a time that you didn't have support on something that you wanted to do?
I felt that, but then again, I had to like, again, take a step back and reevaluate like, well, is it just me or is it because I'm in my feelings?
I was gonna
Because
say, yeah,
you know,
you
like,
probably in your
am I in my
head, yeah.
feelings because just because they're just like they didn't see my post or something, or and that's another thing too. The algorithm of Instagram or any social
It's
media,
horrible.
they don't see when I post, so I can't get mad when they don't share or like a post.
Yeah.
But then they like something else, so I'm just like, oh, so it kind of like
It just
balances out.
it's
It's like you gotta pick and choose your battles. Pick and choose your battles.
When it comes to posting, it's so weird because you have to go on and see when your followers are most active. It's so weird. But I think as an artist or somebody creative, when you have an idea and then you think it's a great idea yourself and you express it and nobody agrees with you, I think anybody's in their feelings. It's kind of like, well, I know this is a good idea because I came up with it.
Felt.
okay. So let's talk a little bit about the 9-to-5s. Like, when did you realize that a 9-to-5 is not for you, or like when did you have that moment of like, yeah, I ain't gonna be able to do
As soon as I started a 9-to-5, oh my God, I cannot like I think all of my jobs, I was horrible at all of my jobs, to be honest. But
It's like, I guess I was the problem.
I probably was the problem, and it's just the way people operate and how nasty and mean people can be, and then like
true.
being on somebody's schedule and this and
Man,
that.
that should be like,
I'm like, no, I can't.
It's the worst. Like,
yeah.
even though I'm living it now, Maybelline, I'm waiting on you. But even though I'm living it now, it really is like I personally say protect your mental.
Yes.
Always. Because if you allow the people you're working for get to you on the day-to-day level, you're not going to be happy. I kind of experienced that when I used to live in Winter Haven as a youth director or whatnot. And it's crazy, too. I was in a Christian ministry. So you would think, out of all places, I'd be the most sane. That was when I felt the hardest.
Sheesh.
It was like, I've never felt any type of sadness, like worse than a death. I was just like, I'm not happy. I was suicidal at that point, went through like, you would think one of the happiest people ever, like, I went through that, like, and it's one of those things, I make sure I, like, reach out to some of my friends who are going through things, or they post random things on Instagram or social media, and I'm just like, hey, let me DM them real quick, like, hey, I don't know what you're going through, but just know I'm there for you if you need someone to talk to. And I kind of give them like a spiel of like what I went through, so they know just because I portray this on Instagram doesn't mean that's what I'm living.
Yeah.
Right.
I may live it in that one post, but you don't know what I did the first few hours before that or after.
Yeah.
So I try to like want to go out of my way and make it known to folks. Yeah, you can be happy, but you got to meet your like mental halfway and know like, okay, I'm happy, or I'm doing this and that to keep me happy, you know?
That's true.
So,
And you will find in a 9-to-5 job, those are the most miserable people ever.
Boy, yeah.
Yes.
They are so
never lie.
miserable.
Before we wrap this up, I want to say yes, 9-to-5s. I think 9-to-5 is, you probably guys maybe already talked about this. It's supposed to fund your bills and also supposed to fund your goals. But I don't know how $700, $900 going to do all that. But you know, listen, OnlyFans is out there for you guys to be creative, and we're looking for volunteers who can join the cause.
You gotta do what you got to make
collab.
that money. Don't make that money. Don't let that money make you.
But I want to say, just to go ahead and wrap this up, it's your boy, the Amazing King, coming to you live and in color, bringing out also amazing touch. Once again, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us at the Get Ready For It podcast, season 3. Make sure you follow the podcast page at readyforit_1, and also follow myself at AmazingIam_. KP, please send them out.
Up jumps the boogie. It's the boy, the man with the motherfucking plan. Parker67_. If y'all, got the time, click that link in my bio. Get a kid to listen. Trisha Noel, where the people can find you. One more time.
At Trishy Noel, like Christmas, TRISHYNOEL on the IG.
All right. What about you, my man?
And it's at Entrees, ENTREEES, 2_. Make sure y'all hit me up for some good food.
Now, y'all heard them say y'all can like their stuff and ain't gonna be too creepy. Now, for the creeps out there, I can't help y'all because I ain't no creep, brother. All right, outside of that, man, y'all stay ready. You ain't got to get ready. We love y'all. We out.